Welcome back everyone to Curriculum Mapping with G Suite. In today's video I'm going to focus on scope and sequence. Now in my role I sit on a teaching and learning committee, and we've been doing a lot of thinking and talking about scope and sequence lately, and we realized we first had to decide upon an agreed definition of what that means for us, and then develop a template through which to document this information. So a lot of what we have has already been documented. It just needs to be in a more uniform template that works across both of our campuses. So this is just some ideas that we've been exploring, and I think it's relevant to this community, so that's why I'm sharing it here. So at our primary school, as a PYP program, we looked at organizing the scope and sequence document via the organizing themes. So if you're a PYP school, you're familiar with what those are. And then for the 6 through 12 piece of the scope and sequence, we've looked at exploring the scope and sequence through the subject areas. This seemed to be the most logical way of doing this at this time. Now this may change, but what's more powerful about this is the fact that we're doing this in Google Sheets. So on this particular template, you notice that each of the subject areas has its own tab where data can be populated. And this data responds to not only the grade level sequential needs, but also the information, the scope of which what we're looking at in terms of dispositions, understanding goals, content skills, and then some foundational resources. Now this isn't designed to be an exhaustive document, but more or less the big picture view of a WIS education. So I've loaded some sample data into this template to show you how the reporting mechanism works. And in a later video I can go into some of the really cool Google functions at play in this template, but for now it's just show and tell. So I have a third Google Sheet, right? So this is our primary school, this is our middle and upper. And these, I should also comment that the scope here is actually quite aligned. So learner profiles matches up nicely with dispositions, key concepts and understandings are the understanding goals, content and knowledge are essentially the content, and skills are skills, and then the foundational resources. So we've created that preschool through grade 12 alignment. But the really fun thing is what you can do with what I'm calling these alignment criteria lenses. So I can proceed to create a report if I wanted to analyze a horizontal alignment of dispositions. And this will populate all of the grades and all of the subject areas, not only with the horizontal alignment, but also with the vertical alignment. And I can change it just by selecting the drop-down menu. So I think this is an effective way of exploring your vertical and horizontal alignments in your scope and sequence documents. So hopefully we can flesh this out a little bit more, but thanks for watching. Bye.